Hello everybody, welcome back to another week of brews here on TCGplayer.com. I'm Conley Woods. This week we're messing around with Metallurgic Summonings, mono blue-ish. It splashes black, I guess. But we're playing with Engulf the Shore, so we have to be a little bit heavier on blue than we normally would be. We're going to go ahead and keep this. Go ahead and keep that as well. I'm going to play out my two untapped lands here to have open Anticipate, Collective Brutality, and Horribly Awry. And then after that, we can break our Evolving Wilds. I already have one Void Shatter. I kind of just want this land. I think I'm just going to take the land. My opponent looks like he might be on control of some type because he didn't do anything with his first two lands, and he led with two controlling colors in blue-white, so we'll see. Still hasn't done anything yet. So our dream would be to get a Dynavolt tower into play eventually. We might fire off this Collective Brutality to just duress him. Grab an island. I'm not going to use that Anticipate there. Luckily I drew an island so I can anticipate at the end of his turn now with Void Shatter open. The reason I didn't want to anticipate there is I didn't want him to cast Glimmer of Genius in response and me to not be able to counter it. Ooh. I guess I take this Metallurgic Summonings. He can't really do much to stop it. I don't need the other cards just yet. And this will give me a win condition for if I do rip a couple of lands. I could also just run it out there right now, but he's just having. I would rather counter something of his first, and then untap and play it when he's tapped out. Because if I run it into like a 4-mana counterspell of some kind, reveal an island. Eventually, I'm going to play his Collective Brutality. I was trying to wait to see if I can get down Metallurgic Summonings. Oh, he discarded? Is this revealed? Not revealed. Okay. So I'm one away from being able to play Metallurgic Summonings and protecting with Void Shatter. I could cast Collective Brutality right now, and then the Summonings. But might as well just wait this one out, see if I already got there. So yeah, I guess I just play this. I'm going to let that resolve. Once Summonings gets into play, he probably doesn't have anything to answer it in his main deck. What could he have? Alright, it resolved. I'm just going to leave open and Void Shatter for now. Next turn I'll Collective Brutality him and discard Engulf the Shores. It's probably going to be useless. Aether Meltdown could still have value, so I'm going to keep that for now. This gets me a 3/3/2, so he's going to Void Shatter back, or he's going to Spell Golem back. Okay, that's not actually that bad. He's probably got to Jace my Metallurgic 3/3 here, so his Jace is kind of not the greatest. Yep, okay. Ooh, Dynavolt Tower is interesting. Well, I definitely should play the tower before I do anything. And then I guess I'm going to Collective Brutality, 2 modes, leave open, Horribly Awry, and Engulf the Shore. Play that. What does he have? Oh, he's got main deck Ceremonious Rejection. Wow. Guess I can't really do much about that. I could, if this was, oh, I could have, oh, I should have outplayed him there. I could have engulfed the shores, gotten Void Snare back, or Void Shatter, excuse me. I knew Void Snare was wrong. I could have gotten Void Shatter back and countered the Ceremonious Rejection. That would have been a pretty sweet play, actually. I would have been exposed on his turn to everything he could have done, so it would have been a little sketchy. Alright, let's go ahead and... I guess actually I'm just going to pass the turn. No, I like doing this. Alright, we get a Declaration of Stone, which is good because you don't get things for tokens. But he's got a Reflector Mage and an Elder Deep Fiend. It's kind of annoying. Maybe he'll cast the Reflector Mage and I'll be able to horribly rye. Get another 2/2. Oh, he's got another Spell Queller? Jeez. Okay. Take some damage. This one's slipping away from me here. He's got Elder Deep Fiend in his hand, and I'm probably not going to be able to activate my summonings anytime soon. Well, I really can't do anything, so I'm just going to pass. Getting that Dynavolt Tower countered. If I had engulfed the shores to Void Shadow that back, I think I probably would have won the game. Because I would have had a Dynavolt Tower in play for like 3 or 4 spells already. And this engulf the shores would have been better than it currently is being. Yeah, it's fine. Just gotta soak up some damage here and gain a couple energy. Who's countering this? Well, I could counter that Spell Queller. It's quite the awkward position to be in. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this. Metallurgic Summonings does not work well with Engulf the Shore, unfortunately. So now I have 2 spells on the stack that are countering this. And he can't Spell Queller both of them. Alright, so you can snag that one. Got it. Then goes into play. 3/3 comes out. The original Spell Queller. That dies, which is fine. He's got past turn. Hopefully I draw something sweet. It's not the worst. Probably take away Elder Deep Fiend. The rest of these cards I could beat. Attack Jace was 3/3. Oh, he's chumping. Wow. Okay. So he's got 2 Reflector Mages and a Spell Queller, which is pretty good, but Jace is really the only way he's going to win the game. So if I can just draw, I don't know, something. I don't have great answers to Jace. I could have attacked with a 2/2 there. I really did not expect him to chump. Oh, he drew another Reflector Mage, okay. All the Reflector Mages. I feel like I gotta do this now. There's so much mana. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now. Totally forgot he had a Spell Queller. That was my bad. I could have... It was getting Spell Queller no matter what, but I could have taken 2 less damage there. But he probably does have to Jace my thing now before he attacks, so that's reasonable. I should be going to 12 here. I may have messed up a couple times. This is my literal first game ever with this deck, so I'm certainly not... Nothing is at automatic mode where I've developed patterns and stuff in my head yet, so all the little things that should be obvious and easy, I'm definitely screwing up. Like not playing Engulf the Shores, that was in response to his ceremonious rejection. I think that's the name of it, right? Was literally just because I forgot Engulf the Shores was an instant because it's been so long since I played with this card. And then as soon as I looked at the card, oh, he's got Part the Water Veil in his deck. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, we had another Glimmer. Dude, my Glimmers would have been sick. I would have Glimmered into a Glimmer into an Engulf the Shores. Oh well. Alright, so he's semi-creature heavy, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to bring him Thing in the Ice because he's got Reflector Mages. He'll probably cut some number of those. Aether Meltdowns are not good against him, though. Not much I'm positive of. I probably want some number of Dispels. I probably just want to cut the Engulf the Shores. Just counter all this stuff. Let's see. I could fit in one more. I could fit in 2 negates. It's probably correct. A summary dismissal is probably correct. I probably want Collective Brutality as well. Is there anything else I can cut? The Summonings actually seems pretty good against him. Pick the Brain seems reasonable, but I don't know if I'd want to add it over anything else in here. The Dynavolt Towers do take out all of his X3s, so that is one of my goals. I definitely want to leave Horribly Horizon. Void Shatter's important. Summary Dismissal seems better than Pick the Brain, probably. It doesn't work well with Metallurgic Summonings, but that's fine. Sure. This looks good to me. We'll be right back for Game 2 here against Blue-White Flash Part the Water Veil-ish deck. I don't really know what's going on. TCGplayer.com. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back for Game 2 of Round 1 here with our Blue-Black All Spells deck, Dynavolt Towers, and Metallurgic Summonings. We're going to keep this hand. It's got proactive hate against him. And reactive. I'm going to use this just to fetch out my 1 swamp. Probably won't need it, but you never know. Transgress the Mind is colorless, so he could theoretically counter it with the 1 mana spell. But that's fine if he does. Yeah, Ceremonious Rejection. Because I have another one, especially after I drew the other one, it's totally fine there. Oh, excuse me. Alright, we got a Glimmer of Genius, Spell Queller. So I'm definitely not taking a Glimmer because I have Dispel. Spellqueller is the most appealing thing to hit here. The rest of the stuff's kind of expensive. So yeah, I'm just going to take out the Spellqueller. Then he needs to get up to 4 mana to be able to cast Glimmer, which he might not. Ooh, that was a good one. Alright, he did. I'm not going to go for it because I want to be able to counter his thing. Because he only had the 1 instant in his hand, I definitely want to make sure I get value here. I don't care about Cataclysmic Gearhulk at all. Jace, I'll definitely Void Shatter if I need to. Alright, what else does he have that we know about? Got it. Oh, Part the Water Veil. I don't care about that. And then Unknown. I'm going to do this first, just to see what's in my hand. Ooh. Bottom, top. So I can get apart the Water Veil no matter what. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire this off. At worst, I get Part the Water Veil. Blessed Alliance, I don't care about that at all. So let's go ahead and take the Part the Water Veil. He's got a Cataclysmic Gearhulk, which is irrelevant, and a Blessed Alliance, which I can play around pretty easily, I think. He's probably just going to cast his Gearhulk here. I can't imagine why he wouldn't. I'm never going to get to a point where he gets value off the comes into playability. Oh, he drew a Glimmer Genius. That was a good draw. Alright, so I have Torrential Gearhulk on Void Shatter here, or Glimmer of Genius, he doesn't do anything. I'm going to go ahead and just dispel this, so I have the Void Shatter. Well, I guess I only have one Torrential Gearhulk, so it doesn't matter. So in that case, I could also hit my own Glimmer here instead. Is that better? That might be better. I guess I could hit Dispel. So let me Glimmer myself and see if I hit a Dispel. Ooh, Metallurgic Summonings is kind of bad right now. Just gonna put both these on the bottom. Alright. I already have 4 energy, which means Dynavolt Tower will be online right away. Nice. Alright, I guess I'm just going to play this because I know he doesn't have counter magic. Go up to 8. That's a negate. I definitely want to negate. Put this on the bottom, put this on top. I could choose this as an artifact. This is a creature, so I'm not at risk of Cataclysmic Gearhulk, which we know is one of his cards. We also know he's kind of limited on lands, so... I guess that's fine. We're going to shoot him. Still not in a terrible position. He's at 12, going to 7 here. Now we have double counterspell. He did steal our Dynavolt Tower, but we obviously would have been much better off with that Dynavolt Tower. But he's still stuck on 5 lands. He's got all this mana and he's got 5 total lands. Or he's got all these cards in hand, 5 total lands. Alright, so we know he has Blessed Alliance here. Ooh. Snag a Gear Hulk, I suppose. And then he's got no counter magic. Oh, he's got Emulating Glare. It's probably just not worth attacking here then, is it? Because he can double snag me. I guess he can declare in stone if I don't, though. No, that's not that bad. Alright, I'm just going to take Torrential Gear Hulk and pass. If I draw like a... I shouldn't have played my land. Because if I draw Collective Brutality, I definitely want that land. Sure. Please bounce my thing. Alright, I'll keep that. Now I can attack and he's got to just use... That's still just bad. He's at 1 energy, so he's got to play multiple spells to be able to shoot me again as well. I kind of want this to resolve on one hand, and I kind of don't. I think I'm just going to negate it. Keep the Void Shatter for his other Torrential Gear Hulk. I'm not going to enable those other spells in his hand by attacking with it. The only way I'll do that is if this has 1 counter on it and it'll flip in response. Play this just to thin out my deck a little bit. He's not playing his Gear Hulk. Play another land. There's a chance I'll rip a Glimmer of Genius and rattle off some stuff. Now he's going to play his Gear Hulk. I'm guessing he has counter magic. Otherwise, I can't see why he didn't do this last turn. Oh, he didn't have counter magic. Wow. And I am flooding out. I guess I'll play it. I'll keep a couple of these in hand for Collective Brutality, but I don't need to. I need to play some because it is a control matchup. Dynavolt Tower seems reasonable here. I guess I want to wait till I have a spell so I can play the spell immediately. And then I'll be able to shoot him down to 4. Another thing on the ice, sure. Alright. Counter that. I know 2 of the cards in this hand. This is not... Oh, it is a horror on the front. They're both horrors. It bounces all non-horrors, right? Yeah. He turned to 7/8, so I'm not dead. Oh, I will be dead because of Dynavolt Tower, so I'll have to kill one or block or something. Oh, that's a good draw. That is a good draw. What are we going to find? We're going to find the Summary Dismissal is pretty good. It counters Thing in the Ice and the spells on the stack. Metallurgic Summonings is not good. I have 2 artifacts, but I'm not close to triggering, so I'm going to take this. And you order that. We're going to pass the turn. I have a bolt ready. I should probably have one of these in the main. I don't know why I cut it. I'm going to keep this up because I'm not close to a second one. Oh my gosh. That is good. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn, and on his upkeep I'm going to cast this. I think it's going to resolve. But just in case, I want it to be on his turn. I guess in either case, I kind of want it to be on his turn. Sure, that's fine. What's he doing? Does he have Anticipate? He's just trying to gain 4 life. That's all he is trying to do here. I can remove all those abilities from the stack. I guess I don't care too much if I'm gaining 4 life. Play this here. I think it's going to resolve. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I'll take them all. Now I don't think he... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Three to the face. Cast this. Definitely Collective Brutality so I can drain him. And look at his hand. And you order that. Horribly Awry is not great, but I'll take it. It's fine. 2 modes. This. Discard that. This puts him at 6, which is 2 charges of Direbolt Tower. Anything he plays is going to bounce my Gear Hulk, which is huge for me. Sure, he's playing a Blessed Alliance, that's fine. Keep in mind, this is going to put me at 16, so I won't be dead to these creatures either. Fumigate, I don't care too much about, so I guess I take this Immolating Glare. I go up to 16, shoot him down to 7, play one of these things. I have 8, I have 12 mana. Slightly awkward number. Should be fine though. He can't even cast a spell currently to flip that other thing in the ice. We go to 13, it's fine. And if he does cast a spell to flip it, I can counter it and all the other triggers that are associated with it. take that. Alright, so here we're going to go play this. We're going to flashback. Pretty sure it's got to be Glimmer, which gives me 4 energy. Sure, I'll take Confirm Suspicions. 2 of them. Shoot him. That's about all that. This thing attacks for 7, so I need to... Gotta block, I guess. I can block and Dynavolt Tower to kill it. I have 2 Confirmed Suspicions. I should probably put my land. I have 10. Yeah. Man, it's slightly rough in here. Alright, so we gotta block. He's got no energy, so it's a little while off of Dynavolt Tower. I don't care about the Fumigate, obviously. I have a lot of card advantage in my hand. These also turn on Metallurgic Summons, which is kind of nice. Death. Alright, well, he didn't do anything. Alright. This is the game we're playing. He's got a Fumigate in his hand. Oh, yes. We're gonna do... Oh, I can't get up to enough modes. I get to take Fumigate no matter what. And I get to go up to 8, which is pretty good. But I can't get up to enough energy to kill his thing in the ice. That's fine. He goes down to 5 here. Cataclysmic Gear Hulk casually chilling in his hand. Just play a spell. Any spell. I just really want to confirm suspicion. Yes, it's a spell. What is this? Gotta do it. Reflector Mage. Should I also... No, I should just horribly ride that. Alright, I get to bolt him down to 3. He should be dead here, I imagine. Boom. Untap. Play this. I need to... Oh, yeah, this should kill him. Alright. Dynavolt Tower takes over. That was I don't know what's going on in this matchup. Alright, so the Confiscation Coup seems like a reasonable thing to have, apparently. Also, if he's going to have all those bouncings, I kind of just... I do want Metallurgic Summons on the one hand, and I don't on the other hand. I could just win with Dynavolt Tower, but I also... I don't know. A little skeptical. I want these Pick the Brains. Pick the Brain and Confiscation's Coup all seem reasonable. Confiscation Coup actually isn't even that good. It only really hits his Confiscation Coups, which I should just be countering. So I probably should just bring in these Pick the Brains. I don't know what I want for them, though, or what I want to take out for them, though. But they seem like they'd be good. It could just be the Metallurgic Summonings. I didn't need them that game. Dynavolt Tower's pretty strong. Alright. Seems I'm scared to do this, but it probably is correct. I bottomed them both that game, and I think picked a brain I would have kept. So I kind of want one Metallurgic Summons just to randomly find in like a long game and return it off of my towers and stuff. All right, yeah, I'll do that. What am I gonna cut? I don't know. Probably one Anticipate. I guess I could do that. All right, sure. I'm down with this setup. We'll be right back for game 3 here of round 1. Conley TCG player. All right, back for game 3 of round 1 here. Our opening hand is pretty sweet. We have a Dynavolt Tower. We have a Negate. We have a Horribly Awry. I'm gonna keep it. Grab an island. The only way this will matter is if we draw Transgress the Mind and we want to cast on turn 2. Because we do have a Sunken Hollow. Pick the brain, I like it. He's going to Anticipate, I think. Nope. I'm just going to lead with Pick the Brain here. He can land something, but he can't land a Jace. He can land a Dovin Ball. We haven't seen that yet. So I'm leading with Pick the Brain because it's the most expensive. Ooh, he's got 2 Ceremonious Rejections, so I'm glad I did that. Definitely taking Glimmer of Genius, I guess. I could take the Torrential Gearhulk, but it won't matter all that much if he doesn't have something to hit with it. I could take the Gearhulk here, but I think the Glimmer of Genius is just such a snag. I wish I had. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Glimmer. If he wasn't about to untap with 4 mana, and his hand is really bad without it, we just need to not play our Horribly Awry or our Dynavolt Tower into the 2 Ceremonious Rejections just yet. Like here, I'm going to go... Actually, here probably... He's got 2 Ceremonious Rejections, so I probably just Glimmer. Alright, I'll put these both on top, actually. Play that, reveal that. I'm going to cast this with Escalate. We're running out of time here. Discard Horribly Awry. Take one of those Ceremonious Rejections. He's got an Ether Hub and a Torrential Gearhulk. Pass the turn. Ooh, that's kind of good. I could play this Dynavolt Tower and double Counterspell, but I'm just going to pass. I got to go kind of quickly here because of my time. 4.5 minutes is not a long amount of time to win from this spot. Just need to keep hitting land drops. Ooh, that's a good one. One more land and I can cast Dynavolt Tower, Dispel, Void Shatter, which is what I need to deal with the Gearhulk. This is pretty good too. I can also with Dispel up. We know 2 of the cards in his hand. Alright. Pass. Make a land drop. I'm going to draw a couple cards here. And then next turn is Dynavolt Tower, Dispel, Void Shatter, turn. Actually, I'm just going to draw that. I also have Negate if I need it, but I can't do all of them. Oh, really? You have Spell Queller. That's kind of an annoying one for him to have drawn. So I can let the Gear Hulk resolve and just counter the spell, and then I can let this Dynavolt Tower resolve. It's not the worst play. I could just also just let this thing get countered and deal with it later. That's what I'm going to do. I can't think too long, so I kind of just have to move on. Alright, so he's got the 1 mana counterspell and Gear Hulk in his hand. So I can Torrential Gear Hulk and counter his Gear Hulk on the back. Played a land instantly? Okay. Oh wait, if I do that, I won't be able to counter his. Alright, so I gotta wait 1 more mana. Oh, I shouldn't have done this either. That's fine. Alright, top, bottom. Play this. Take one of those. Take the Gear Hulk from his hand, I suppose. He's going to play the... Yes! That's perfect. Okay, that's fine. Pass the turn. I'm going to wait till I have more mana to fight over the... to play my own Gear Hulk or fight over his or anything. Alright, so I should be able to fight here. I have 10 mana. 11 mana. So that's Gear Hulk plus 2 counterspell backup. Which should be fine. Then I do have to win rather quickly, but I think I can. My Gear Hulk's pretty big, and I'm going to have 1,000,000 counterspells. None of his counterspells even do anything here. He's got 2 cards. I can't imagine losing this fight. Alright, so I'm going to negate that. Because I have 2 of them. And it leaves open... He's gonna let that hit the bin, and he's gonna play his Gear Hulk, and I'm gonna counter the Gear Hulk. Flashback Glimmer Genius. Bottom. Draw 2 cards, get some stuff. Alright, so we're gonna attack. I'm gonna cast Anticipate now. Could matter. Dynavolt Tower, definitely. Play the Dynavolt Tower. Pass. Leave open Confirm Suspicions plus Dispel. Kill this now. Put my other one into play. Should be able to win. I have 1:30 left. This is a close one. Unless he drew kill an attacking creature here. Even if he did drew kill an attacking creature, I'm pretty happy. Then I'm going to Drain Life him. Get a bunch of stuff. Pass the turn, I guess. Alright, we got there. Minute rating on the clock. This deck does not win quickly, but that's okay. I definitely played much better in that third game than I did in the first two, where I kind of juggled around. But that's what happens when you pick up a deck for the first time. We'll be right back with round two here momentarily. TCGplayer.com. I'm Conley. See you guys in a second.